Manchester United know exactly what they need to win the Premier League next season. Midfield control. That has been the club's biggest priority this summer, and they are already moving fast. Ederson from Atalanta is done. Matus Fernandes from West Ham is close, and the club is still pushing for one more elite midfielder, a marquee signing. Because Michael Carrick understands something most people don't. Modern title-winning teams are built from midfield first. Control the middle of the pitch, and you control games. But even Carrick knows midfield alone won't be enough. Because to truly compete with the best, Manchester United still need one more crucial piece. A left back. Not just depth, not just rotation. An elite modern fullback who can defend aggressively, progress the ball under pressure, and completely transform the left side of United's system. That is why the club is pushing hard for Lewis Hall, arguably the best young left back in the Premier League. And maybe the final piece that turns Manchester United from contenders into champions.
Most fans look at left back and think it's just another defensive position. Modern football says otherwise. Elite teams no longer use fullbacks just to defend. They use them to control the game. Look at title-winning teams at City, at Liverpool, at Arsenal. These players didn't just overlap and cross. They controlled transitions, created overloads, progressed the ball. They made entire systems work. And that is exactly why Lewis Hall matters. Because this is not about signing a left back. This is about completing Carrick's system.
3 years ago, Lewis Hall was seen as a highly talented academy player at Chelsea. Technically gifted, comfortable on the ball, aggressive in duels, but raw, very raw. The first thing coaches noticed about Hall was not his defending. It was his intelligence, his scanning, his awareness of space before receiving the ball. That is rare for a young fullback. Most young defenders react. Hall anticipates. That changes everything. Because football at the highest level is decided by decision-making speed. The faster you process the game, the slower the game feels. And Hall processes the game incredibly fast. That is why his move to Newcastle accelerated his development massively. He entered one of the most physically demanding systems in England. High pressing, aggressive transitions, constant duels. That environment forces rapid growth, and Hall adapted faster than almost anyone expected.
Early in his career, people questioned his defending. Can he survive against physical wingers? Can he defend 1v1? Can he handle Premier League intensity? Those doubts are disappearing fast because Hall has improved dramatically. Look at the numbers. Average stats per 90. Progressive passes, 6.4. Progressive carries, 4.8. Successful tackles, 2.3. Interceptions, 1.9. Chances created, 1.7. Pass completion, 87%. These numbers tell a huge story. Lewis Hall is not passive. He progresses the ball constantly. He carries into dangerous zones. He creates chances. And most importantly, he helps sustain pressure. That last part matters massively because Carrick wants control through structure and pressure. Hall gives both.
Manchester United's biggest remaining weakness is left side progression. That is where Lewis Hall changes everything. Imagine this shape. Hall overlaps wide. Press Bruno drops deeper. Mainoo moves into the half space. Suddenly, defenders must make impossible decisions. One movement creates multiple problems. That is what elite fullbacks do. They create tactical dilemmas, and Hall does this naturally. But this is not just about attacking. It is about pressing. Hall presses aggressively, wins second balls, closes passing lanes early. He plays like someone who wants the ball back immediately. That mentality fits Carrick's football perfectly. Now, imagine Manchester United next season. Hall at left back, Mainoo controlling midfield, Ederson adding physicality, possibly another elite midfielder like Tonali or Tchouaméni, Bruno with complete freedom, Benjamin Sesko attacking space, Cunha operating between the lines. Suddenly, this team looks terrifying, balanced, athletic, technical, aggressive, dangerous. And Hall becomes one of the most important pieces, because football today is about connections, not isolated stars. Connections. Left back to midfielder, midfielder to creator, creator to striker. Hall strengthens every connection on United's left side. That makes the entire team better. And there is another reason this transfer makes sense. Age profile. Hall is young. Carrick is building for now and for the next 5 years. Mainoo is young. Hall is young. Sesko is young. This is how dynasties begin. Not with aging superstars, with elite young profiles growing together. That is what Manchester United are building now. Some fans will ask, can a left back really help win the Premier League? Yes, because this is bigger than one position. Sometimes one signing unlocks everything. A better passing lane, a better overlap, a better pressing trap, and suddenly the entire machine improves. Lewis Hall could be that player. The player who gives Carrick complete control of the left side. The player who elevates Mainoo. The player who frees Bruno. The player who makes United's press even more aggressive. And if all of that happens, Manchester United won't just challenge for the Premier League next season. They may win it. And Lewis Hall could be one of the biggest reasons why.